Well, hello everyone. I'm now preparing my teaser video for this coming Sunday, which will be July 5th. I hope everyone is doing well. It was great to see everybody at church on Sunday. We've now been together for 4 Sundays, and we've been having about 92 people per service. Combining the two services together. So that's really great, and we're excited. And for those who haven't been able to join us, that's why we're putting these videos together. You should be able to see the Sunday video service. Usually Sunday evening or Monday morning it gets posted, and you can actually see the service and the message. And we're trying to do a little bit more. We've been recording that on a phone. We hope to get a camera for that. We applied for a grant from Church Health Commission. We found out that we got it, so we'll be able to have a wider lens camera, do the video recording, and a clamp on the pew, so somebody doesn't have to sit there and totally hold it. If you haven't been to the building, we've got our handicap accessible doors installed. This was the second Sunday in a row now that they have been installed and are ready to be used. So if you need any additional time entering the building, when you come in through the Canby Street entrance, you have the handicap accessible button on the ramp, and also when you leave, right by the door to open both doors and allow you to get in. And it seems like as we move ahead and get some things accomplished, like the camera and the handicap accessible doors. If you were at the second service this Sunday, you realize the soundboard went out. It looks like the amp and the soundboard is gone. So you get 2 steps ahead, you take a step back. So now we have to look at replacing the soundboard, and hopefully we can get that done as soon as possible, because that does affect Sunday morning worship. But I keep looking on the bright side that we are gathering together, we are worshiping together, we're able to put stuff online for those who can't join us. I'm hoping everyone had a great July 4th weekend, that you're able to have some type of celebration, being safe, secure, while we continue to social distance. We still encourage people to wear masks, even if it's not for your protection. Maybe it's for the protection of someone else who may be seeing their grandmother or somebody down the road. And that's one of the things that we're doing. When we wear a mask, it's not only for our own safety, it's for the safety of others that maybe live with older people or whatever it may be. We want to be responsible. Now, the passage I'm speaking on this coming Sunday is from Luke chapter 24, verses 44 to 49. The title of my sermon, though, is Don't Take My Word on It, or Don't Take My Word for It. One of the things that I've noticed, and maybe you've noticed, that as a society, as a culture, we've gotten pretty lazy. I mean, if you think of all the things we got, remote controls for TV, microwaves for dinner, remote control for garage doors. We do a lot. We make life as easy on us as possible. And actually, I have done the search. I said technically, it is possible to never leave your house. Your groceries can be delivered if you're able to work from home. Your online bill paying, direct deposits. If we really want to be lazy and never leave the house, it's doable. And when I think about how, as a culture, we've gotten lazy, I mean, people drive their car a block. It's interesting. I do see a lot of people walking a block or two to come to church here. But I've been in churches, I've been in areas where people are driving a block to go to church. Maybe multiple people driving different cars a block to go to church. And when we think about the walk or exercise, as a culture, we try to make things as simple for us as possible. When we look at articles or the internet, we may read the headline, but we don't read the details. Isn't that kind of lackadaisical or lazy when we actually don't dig in and read the details of what the story could actually be? The headlines are just meant to grab your attention. They may not actually have anything to do with what the meat of that story is. So we really have to consider that as we're bombarded, if you're on social media, you get news feeds or whatever, your news feeds are going to feed you the type of articles you normally read. And if you're on the far right or far left, you're going to get news that are slanted to your preference. and doesn't necessarily mean it's accurate or unsolicited. Or I try personally to find news that's right in the middle between the far right and the far left, because I want my news just to be facts. I don't want it to be slanted by a writer's opinion one way or the other. I just want the facts so I can make my own decisions, but I have to dig deeper to do that. And when I think about us being lackadaisical or not putting the effort in or not looking at the details, have we done the same thing with our faith? Do we get to the point where we don't put the effort in, we don't do the research on our own, we don't look at the detail, we just rely on what the pastor says or the priest says and say, hey, that's what they say, I take it as word, I don't have to put any effort in, that's good enough for me? Well, that's a very dangerous approach to your faith. Something that's supposed to be for your eternity, your salvation. It's a very scary way to approach something that's supposed to be that important or that vital. Not putting the effort in or just taking someone's word for it, that leads to cults, that leads to bad teachings, that leads to people being led astray. We have to be careful. So when you think of lackadaisical or not putting effort in or making things way too easy, have we done that with our faith? That is kind of what we're going to be looking at on Sunday. And again, don't just take my word for it. Read it for yourself. Dig in and continue to grow. I look forward to seeing everyone that can come and join us on Sunday. For those who can't join us, again, watch the videos, keep in touch, reach out to some people on the phone or whatever. Just stay connected with your church family. There will be a time, hopefully sooner than later, where we'll all be able to gather together and worship and celebrate. Until then, be safe and hope to see you soon. Bye.